I was a spinach lover until, and I think you tried to bring me onto a kale boat for a while, and I was refusing it until about maybe recently. I don't even buy spinach really anymore. I mean, I know they both have really great benefits, but I'm all about kale now, and I can tell the difference now, and that's my preference. Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. Before you get started, please remember to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you don't miss anything that we post.
My go-to vegetable, I would probably say, because there's a few of them, but one of my favorites is kale.
Okay.
I love kale. I have attempted to cook it in a variety of ways. I've eaten it raw. But I do love kale.
Nice. I know. I think I was a spinach lover until, and I think you tried to bring me onto a kale boat for a while, and I was refusing it until about maybe recently. I don't even buy spinach really anymore. I mean, I know they both have really great benefits, but I'm all about kale now, and I can tell the difference now, and that's my preference. So,
yeah, I mean, with kale, I guess kale versus spinach for me, spinach seemed a bit acidic.
Okay.
In how it affected my body.
Okay, makes sense.
And I've gotten to the point over these past number of years because of the allergy challenges that I have. Spinach is one of the ones that kind of I would say can cause a lot of acid reflux.
Yes.
Reflux. Yeah.
Yes.
In my system.
Yeah.
So green is definitely something that I want to put in my body because it's what helps to cleanse you as well and build you up. So kale. Well, I am a vegan and I'm also gluten-free. And I've been a vegan for 40 years. I keep saying that, at least that or more.
Yes.
And so I don't eat a lot of milk, dairy.
Or at all.
Oh, I don't eat dairy at all. Right, I don't eat dairy at all. And kale is packed with calcium. As a matter of fact, I find it to be a better source of calcium than dairy products, mainly because it's not mucus forming, and which is a huge thing. And especially now during this time, it's fine to build up your immune system, but getting the mucus out of your system is
one of the biggest things.
Yes, is definitely just as important, I feel. So eating kale as opposed to cheese or milk, any kind of milk, any white stuff, like breads and rice and white pastas and those sorts of things that are mucus forming. That's like one of the things that I look to for calcium.
Yes, and definitely, like you talk about now with the immune system now, I enjoy that it's high antioxidants, and I know we are stressing that a lot on the channel, but it's all about, we're going into the winter months, and so we really want to build that up, get those good things back into our body to kind of become that barrier for, especially when it gets cold out.
No doubt.
So I think that's really important.
I probably make kale once a week.
Okay.
And of course I make, before I think I was making way too much, because I mean, even with Richard and I eating it during the week, if I didn't get any of the children to come over and eat, because I put other things in it.
Okay.
Like
Oh yes, you can jam pack it with stuff.
Yeah, and I work on making whatever I eat a complete protein. So I will make it about once a week, and if I make it on one day, of course you have leftovers.
Right.
So, and I can eat a bowl of it because
full meal. Yeah. Same here. I think I'm about once a week now too. I'm pretty. I think I use it as more like a filler because I know it's so filling. So I always, whatever dish I make, like if I know I'm making a dish, like even like a lentil dish, like I really love making this lentil dish, and I always will add it as that filler. So that's something that I always make sure I get into. And we'll talk a little bit more about what we use it for. But so yeah, I would probably say 1 to 2 times a week is a staple of mine in my home too.
I usually call my friends
when
I make this dish. At least someone that I don't know, that I've told, but I don't remember that I've told. And so that I can tell them how to make the dish. And so what I do is I get either shallots or I use red onion. I use some peppers or whatever it is that I want to just kind of flavor it with. And I will saute it in some grapeseed oil. I'll saute it in some grapeseed oil. Sometimes I'll put a really good organic vegetable stock in it once the kale has started to wilt a little bit. And I will just like stew it. I'll just stew it. And because kale is really tough.
Yes.
It's a hearty vegetable. And so so then I'll add chickpeas to it. I'll add chickpeas to it. Then I'll add coconut milk.
Yum.
So I'll add like I'll say it in cans, in a can size. So I'll add a can of coconut milk, a can of organic chickpeas. Make sure the can is BPA free. And then I'll add my seasonings. I don't like really wasting the seasonings too early on in the cooking process. Because the flavor just does not last per se through the
so you cook it down first
stages. Yes, I cook it down a bit and then I season it almost like maybe like 2/3 way finished, and then I will add a lot of turmeric.
Yes, that always seals the deal for me.
Some dill, maybe some. I like coconut amino.
Oh, of course.
I love coconut amino.
Another staple of mine in our house.
Yeah, and that has good B vitamin.
Wow. A favorite of mine, it's like a once a week, and it's funny, I've been cooking it even through the summertime, is soup. I love soup, and I love lentil soup, and Kari loves lentil soup, so it worked for all of us. And so I usually just stew down the lentils. I add the kale maybe halfway through, and then I'll add like carrots and butternut squash, sweet potato, of course, OMG.
Yes.
And we will eat that soup for like 2 days straight, and we will be fine with it. So. On a weight loss journey, post baby, I felt like I gained a lot, and I felt like I didn't know, like I knew how to be active, I knew how to eat right, but it just, something wasn't clicking. And so, but you have been my partner, my accountability partner, and collectively we've lost over 40 pounds during these past few months. So and during quarantine, I mean,
oh my goodness.
Yeah, so kudos to us.
Yeah, definitely.
But I know that kale is something that both of us, our love for it, have attributed to it. So.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I remember getting to the point where I was like well over 200 pounds, which I've never said out loud, but I'm saying it out loud because someone needs to hear it.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, and I thought I could never lose weight. I'd gone to the doctor that I had been going to for a number of years, and who is an MD and also a homeopath, and he said, well, maybe it's your thyroid. I had taken the test, and I mean, it seemed like the levels were a little off, but I always taught my children, I always taught you all, that you were your first doctor.
Oh, absolutely.
And I had to listen to myself. And so I realized that the thyroid and the adrenal glands were two things that work hand in hand. And all the things that I had, you know, that women in many instances deal with stress-wise. I was beating up my adrenals and I was beating up my thyroid, right? So I said, wait a minute, it has nothing to do with me having an underactive or an overactive one. I can lose weight. So first I saw myself as this gorgeous person.
This was my pep talk, by the way. So she's kind of telling you what she said to me.
No matter how huge I was, right? No matter how many times I had to keep going and accept that I would purchase clothing in sizes.
Yes, that's a big deal. Because I was in denial for a while. Like
but then I
was trying to hold on to my old size, and I felt like I was putting so much pressure on myself because I couldn't fit those jeans. I couldn't fit that dress.
No doubt. You know, and then you start wearing black a lot. Like you start wearing dark colors, but whatever size you are, you're just in a black dress or you're just in a solid color dress, right? People still know what size you are. And then when you came to me and, you know, and I said, okay, I know you're not happy about where you're at. And I said, we can do this, you can do this, we can do this, and we're gonna do it. So then that's how we got started. And what I realized that I was doing, even though as a vegetarian or vegan, I wasn't eating as much, I wasn't putting the emphasis on the vegetables and the fruits as I should have been. I was eating more carbs, and that's what was causing the weight gain.
Yes.
I ended up like really looking at that, and I remember the first couple of weeks I didn't lose weight. I gained probably a couple of more pounds, and I was gonna just say, you know, this is just not me. I'm gonna accept who I am, and I love, you know, I'm gonna accept and love who I am. But then it wasn't really doing me that great, and I said, I'm not going to give in to that thought, because here I am supporting you. I'm you know, I'm saying to myself, I'm supporting ASSANTWA, and so I'm going to say that I can't, like, no, we can get rid of this, right? And it was the whole memory game.
Yeah, absolutely.
That we were playing on our, you know, our mind was playing this game with us, you know, which was memory of what was comforting. Like we knew what was comfortable, and you know, and food was the thing. And I mean, I remember eating like a couple of, like I would go and I found these, you know, vegan gluten-free cake, and I would get 2 slices. And,
I know that story.
And I would say, I'm gonna save one for the end of the week, and I would eat both of them.
I think something that you taught me that really helped to shift me too is understanding that certain meals can be complete. Like even like you talked about the chickpea with kale. I used to always think like, oh, I need that carb to go to it. And so even like now, like with the soup, like I get so full off of that lentil soup with the kale in it.
Oh my goodness.
So I think that's really helped with my weight loss journey too, is just finding those foods that are fillings, like those greens that help keep you fuller longer. I know we talked about avocado last week, but that's how you kind of help to shift some of my cooking habits, because I was always one that had to have a, you know, a carb, a bean, a vegetable, a meat, or a protein, you know. So like you've helped me shift that way of
and the kale can serve as my protein, or the chickpeas can serve as my protein, and that's what I, you know, it's just been really a phenomenal journey, because I'm testing myself, and even when I like there are gonna be times when you kind of slip, and the great part about it is when we wake up every morning,
You can start again.
we can start again. And that's the bottom line.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so kale is something that has really been on my list of things. It's one of my go-tos. And of course, too much of anything is no good for nothing, as my mother used to say. But, you know, it's been one of those things that has helped with the cleansing process.
Yes, I can tell now if I don't have my, you know,
Your daily.
Yeah, because it's something that makes a difference. Like,
I've used them all probably. My go-to more so has been either the organic in a bag, or the fresh ones, like the bunches. And you can experiment with the curly and the flat or whatever they.
And y'all grow your own.
And we grow our own.
So you
my
have that luxury of having it on hand.
Yeah, so my husband grows kale in our backyard, and so that's been really fun this summer, having kale from the yard.
I hope this was helpful. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope that you take some of what we talked about and really just, you know, think about it and look more into it. And I don't know, anything else you want to say?
No, I think we covered quite a bit. I think we have.
Okay. So please remember to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you don't miss anything that we post. Please remember to also check out my other YouTube channel, ASSANTWA and NZINGA, and do the same over there.
And remember,
Peace, love, and vegan eating.